On today's Coffee and Cream with Colin. Great, now I'm hungry.
Food. It's one of those things. It can stir up all kinds of emotions for all sorts of different reasons. And over the next few episodes, I'm going to do a bit of an exploration on food and feelings in a series we'll call All You Can Eat. Growing up, there was a fair bit of repetition in our diet. We were a family of 7. My dad was an avid gardener. Add to that the ready supply of forced labor, 5 children, and my parents were able to grow much of the food that we ate. This was especially true when it came to potatoes. We had lots of room to grow them, and they stored rather well through the winter months. One of the things in the regular rotation of what would appear on our dinner table from time to time was scalloped potatoes. I never liked scalloped potatoes. Not quite sure just what it is about that combination that I just couldn't bring myself to enjoy, but I'm pretty sure that it's mostly the potatoes that spoiled the dish for me. As I mentioned, we ate lots of potatoes when I was a child, so I think I've developed a strong disinterest in potatoes in general. But the dish scalloped potatoes? That's just too much. Now, undoubtedly, some of you like, even love scalloped potatoes. You may even be saying to yourself, he's just never tried them the way I make them, or something to that effect. Trust me, I probably have. I have had a number of people try to convince me of the merits of scalloped potatoes. They've presented their special recipes, their mom's famous recipe, or even their grandmother's secret recipe. I've disliked every single one of them, even the ones that had cheese on top. The cheese seems like it would be a great idea, but you just can't add enough cheese to scalloped potatoes. Looking back, it seems to me that scalloped potatoes is an awfully important dish to a lot of people. I'm okay with that. Just like I'm okay with never tasting scalloped potatoes again. I have to say that I think I've given them more than a fair chance with my taste buds. I've even explored the possibility that it was just a childhood reaction that I might have grown out of. But that hasn't happened. Not with scalloped potatoes. I do enjoy some fresh pineapple once in a while now, which I never used to, so I know that I'm not completely closed-minded to the possibility of change. I've just closed the file on scalloped potatoes for myself. If you would really like to try and convince me to change my mind about them, let's pretend you tried and it didn't work. That way, we'll both save ourselves some time and energy and some potatoes. Perhaps you're even thinking, but you haven't tried my recipe. If you're still thinking that, first, have you considered the possibility that you have an unhealthy connection to scalloped potatoes? Secondly, it may be possible that you have a recipe that could possibly make me like scalloped potatoes. If you traded the potatoes for ice cream, and the cream for chocolate sauce, and the other ingredients for sprinkles. But then they wouldn't be scalloped potatoes at all. Just something you created to trick me into saying that I liked scalloped potatoes. Or so that you could tell all your friends that you actually got Colin to ask for seconds of scalloped potatoes. So I'll refer you back to my first possibility, that you may have an unhealthy connection with scalloped potatoes.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next time when Colin talks about food that can fool you.